We are staying up. Said we are staying up. Everybody now, we are staying up. It's a Premier League safety party here on Football Therapy. Hey guys, welcome back. It was never going to happen, but imagine if it happened. And it's not going to happen. Chelsea mathematically safe in the Premier League with an away win over in-form Bournemouth. They've won 4 of the last 5 in the Premier League. Gary O'Neill, of course, doing a fantastic job there. And we were going away to their gaff. Both on 39 points. Anything could have happened. Chelsea are, of course, riddled with quality. And we are, of course, in dismal form. It's not, some of it is Lampard's fault, but this is almost an unsavable situation in many respects. This season is screwed. Lampard was up against the 007 allegations, but he got his win on the 7th try. And ultimately, 3-1 is the scoreline away at this current Bournemouth. Is actually a really good result. Maybe it doesn't tell the whole story of what happened in the game, but this on paper is actually a very good result. It is. It's a lovely result. And shout out Lampard. His substitutions, did good. These front 3 substitutions of Sterling, Felix and Ziyech all got a goal involvement. So, Lampard's substitutions changed the game. Get the microphones up, because here's your headline. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, Chelsea Football Club will remain in the Premier League next season, and if Simon Jordan is right, possibly challenging. Okay, right, fine, come. They clearly weren't interested in the headline. Look, we're going to talk about the game, Chelsea, the players, the performances. Thank you for joining me. I'm in a better mood, understandably. Please do consider dropping a like and subscribing to this channel, Football Therapy, because I upload all the time, and we have a ruddy good time here. You could be part of that. You really could. You could be one of my friends. So, Gary O'Neill's Bournemouth playing the 4-2-3-1 formation. They look like a really well-coached team. They know exactly what they're doing, which has obviously been the opposite of us of late. And I was worried. Until we scored let's talk about our lineup. We went for a 4-3-3. Very nice. And I endorse what he went for. Kepa, in between the sticks. Centre-back partnership with Silva and Badiashile. Great. I'd love to see Fofana, but I get it. Left-footed guy on the left back to Badiashile. We had Chalobah as a right back instead of Aspi, which I was calling for. I was very pleased to see. Chile, of course, as left back. And then we had a midfield 3 of Enzo Fernandez, flanked by Conor Gallagher and N'Golo Kante. So Kovacic dropped, but Kovacic has been stinking up the gaff. So really, he's made the right decisions here. He's playing the players who probably deserve to start. And the front 3 that we've all been calling out for, which of course is Kai Havertz, Noni Madueke, and Mykhailo Mudryk. And incidentally, none of those 3 got a goal involvement, yet the 3 substitutes off the bench, like I said, all got a goal involvement. It's funny how things work out. Eh? So, I wasn't feeling confident, but then again, at the same time, I'm kind of dead inside, watching Chelsea. And I've been like this for a while, and many of you have too. That's until young Conor Gallagher scores a lovely header in the 9th minute, opening the scoring, with N'Golo Kante assisting. N'Golo Kante, great player, down the whole right flank. He used to have more, when he plays in the 6-6, he has more of a license to roam. The Conte winning season, Leicester winning season. But, ever since Sarri, Lampard, Tuchel, he's played as a sort of 8, basically. And he's good, man. He's good because he can go a bit further up the pitch. He as long as you don't need him to score an actual goal, he's really good. And, testament to that, he got a lovely assist for Conor Gallagher here, that lofted little pass. And Conor Gallagher scored what can only be described as a lovely header. It was wicked. And I'm feeling good at this point. A new novel feeling for me watching Chelsea, and I didn't know what to do with myself. And I'm feeling good. Mudryk gets booked in the box in 15th minute for simulation, which absolutely totally wasn't a dive, mate. We're 1-0 up. You know, it's the friggin' 15 minutes in. He slips on soaking wet grass and gets booked by a silly sod of a referee. And then, of course, Bournemouth equalise in the 21st minute. Mateus Vina. And it was a great goal. It was like a great team goal and a finish that was like, you know, postage stamp. And at this point, you're thinking, this just keeps happening, dude. Like, you know, I don't want to say bad teams because Bournemouth are playing well, but these teams are just scoring worldies against us every week. Like, it's the kind of bad juju curse that we've had to endure, and this was just another goal that's testament to that. It's not Kepa's fault. He did well in this game. He made some saves. He can't save that. Don't dig out Kepa. I'm not saying he's the man for us moving forward, but he deserves props when, you know, he deserves them. And of course, the first half ends pretty even, really. Second half comes out, with the opening, maybe even like 10, 15 minutes. We are all over Bournemouth, looking like we're definitely going to go on and win this. Maybe to the scoreline that we actually did win it, 3-1. But Bournemouth come back into it. We see some changes. We see Loftus-Cheek come on for Kante, which is fine. I've got no issues with that. Kante's fitness, we've got to protect him. I think that's planned by the physios, the fitness people, the doctors, and quite rightly so, if you ask me. Mudryk comes off for Sterling. Now, that's not going to be a popular substitution, just because Sterling's not been good, and Mudryk, everyone wants to see Mudryk. He's a shiny signing. He's very raw. He's super raw, and I think he fades. It's to the 63rd minute. You know, he's on a booking for that non-dive. I get it, and you know, I guess Pulisic's injured, so your left-sided player is Raheem Sterling. And at this, we'll talk about player performances in a minute, but at this point, you know, Madueke has been looking like the most exciting front player. Ben Chilwell gets injured, hopefully nothing too serious, and we've got a choice between Lewis Hall to play conventional left-back, not left wing-back. Remember, he's more of a midfielder, so in a game like this, I'm, again, frustrated to see Cesar Azpilicueta, but I kind of understand it. And Cesar Azpilicueta, well, he's been crap at, you know, right back recently. Let's see if he plays better at left back, where, you know, he won a Premier League title playing at left back under Jose. So, and it turns out he was a bit better there. And then a really, you know, not popular substitution was Hakim Ziyech. Again, probably, it turns out wrongly. In the 76th minute, he replaces Noni Madueke. Now, Noni Madueke at this point had been our best forward player. He was rinsing that our right-hand flank, their left-hand side. And Ziyech, you know, he's going to go, basically. He's just not going to be at Chelsea for very long. But it's like, at this point, be a professional footballer. We're paying you, come on and just do something. And that he did. But 6 minutes later, Hakim Ziyech assists Benoit Badiashile, the young French centre-back. That is probably the future, along with Levi Colwill on the left-hand side, to partner Wesley Fofana. Is it a set piece? Yeah, it was a set piece. A header, I believe. I think it was a header, or maybe just slashed it in. Anyway, it was a scramble in the box. And we go ahead. We're ahead. We're winning a game. We've scored multiple goals in one football match. Multiple! Away from home. Oh, the scenes. Chance of we are staying up. Ring around the away section. And, of course, you know, there's multiple changes in the end of the game. There's actually another 3 substitutions to come from Bournemouth. But the third forward substitution in Joao Felix comes on for Kai Havertz in the 84th minute. And he scores a lovely goal, a lovely finish, which was assisted well by Raheem Sterling, who came on to obviously sew up the points. And from there, we just knock it about and see it out, you know, with a 2-goal cushion. So, like I said, Ziyech, Felix, and Sterling front within the space of 4 minutes. They all get a goal involvement off the bench from Frank Lampard's substitutions. Very, very good indeed. Should we talk about the player performances then? I think Kepa in goal, like I said, was good. He's made saves. Whether he is the future or not, it's not really for me to say at the moment. you know, it does look like Poch will become the manager, and when he does, it's up to him and his coaching staff to assess the profile of Kepa. I mean, it looks like Mendy will be sold. Kepa's on high wages. Can he be a part of the squad? Can we have 2 strong first team contenders, or is that bad? Like, do you really ideally need someone to just take that mantle? I don't know. But he's been good. This is probably, well, it is his best ever career season in terms of save percentages and then individual performances, which, you know, is frustrating for him considering everything in front of him has been turgid and poor. But, you know, I think Chalobah at right back was good. Certainly he played better there than he had been recently at centre back. I'd been disappointed with him. In Thiago Silva, good. There is some talk that maybe that he could have given away a penalty and the VAR check was a bit quick. Feel free to let me know what you think about that. I thought he got the ball when he made that tackle. Badiashile, good. He got a booking, but he got a goal. And that was an important goal. I'm very, very pleased for the lad. Chilwell, fine. He got injured. He had an interesting role. He was coming inside a lot more to play a kind of an inverted centre-forward role at times in different phases of play, which we've actually seen before under Thomas Tuchel. When he was playing a wing-back, he'll often stay up there way more because obviously he's got the more security when he's a wing-back. Let's talk about midfielders. Gallagher, very good. He scores the opener, of course. I just don't know. You know, one of Gallagher and Mount has to go. I think Loftus-Cheek will be sold and someone will buy him. He's got high wages, but I think he will go because he'll take the security. He might take less wages, but the security of a longer-term deal or something like that. I think Loftus-Cheek will be sold. It is between Gallagher and Mount. Now, that seems like a lot of people would like scoff at that and be like, obviously Mount. But Gallagher is very good. And he's trying his heart out here and scoring goals, you know, recently. And he's going to be flogged. He's in the shop window. And I kind of feel bad because he wants to play for Chelsea. And he's trying his hardest. But at the same time, you know, last season, Mason Mount got like 10 Premier League goals, 11 assists in the Prem. He's positionally versatile. He's very good. And I feel like Mount's just going to trump Gallagher, and I think that's probably the right decision. I mean, they could both be sold. Enzo Fernandez, fine. He's never been bad for my money, which is saying something considering how bad often most players are in this absolute circus of a team since, since before the World Cup, really. So he did well. I think in this little team, he'll get better and better. The front three, Havertz, meh. Mudryk, disappointing, but I think he's just not got the confidence yet. Havertz hasn't really got an excuse in terms of, you know, how well integrated he is. Madueke, very good, very promising. He hasn't got the finished product yet, or the end product, should I say, to his moves, but he was causing all kinds of problems. He's 20 years old. He's confident. Let him score another couple of goals, and I think we've got a serious player there. I think he'll stay in the squad. Well, we've only just bought him for best part of 30 million, so Ruddy would hope so. Actually very pleased with him. And then, you know, the subs, man. Like, oh yeah, did I speak about Kante? I don't think I did. I think Kante was good. Obviously, he got the assist. He got a booking. He does look a little bit off the pace, but can you really blame him considering like he's been just in and out of the team, and, you know, it looks like we want to keep him. It looks like he'll sign a new deal, but we have to look after him, and seemingly that's what we've done. You know, taking him off here and we're not winning, but just wrapping him up, and he'd had the assist already. So I was pleased with him. And ultimately, like, you know, the three guys that have come on, Felix, Ziyech, and Sterling, there is something to be said here that these are three very talented players that have come on late in a game against a tied Bournemouth side, and they've just been like, yeah, we've got skills and confidence because we've got egos and technical ability, and that worked well. Maybe had these guys started when Bournemouth had more energy and more application, and, you know, they felt like they were in the game more, then those three essentially don't do as much. And maybe that's what Lampard has to do. Like, maybe you stop saying, right, these three have all got a goal involvement, they need to be the front three for the next game. No, maybe you stick with the last front three, and these front three are finishers. That sounds dumb, but sometimes it's how it works. You know, or maybe you mix and match. I don't look at that, and because Ziyech got an assist, and think Ziyech has to start. You know, Felix's goal was good. Maybe there's a shout for him to play as in the middle. Sterling has been so disappointing and frustrating lately. I don't think he just deserves to start because he got an assist here and a good assist. So it's really tough, you know. It's really tough, but we've done it. We're staying up. I can watch every game of the season now, not giving a hoot. And maybe because the players won't give said hoot either, then they'll start doing well in scoring goals, which would be incredibly frustrating for us Chelsea fans. Understandably, but for at least the end of the season, we can just enjoy some football and score some goals. Who knows? Maybe we'll beat Man United and Newcastle. That would be fun. Wouldn't that be fun? Fun. Hey, let me know what you think. Comment down below after you're subscribed, or just before, and liked. Do all those sweet, lovely things. Yes, guys, I'll be uploading every day, at least one video a day, so keep it locked, turn the bell on, and we're staying up. Ciao, ciao.